anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door. Doesn't help to know you're just time away. Long ago I reached for you and there you stood. Holding you again could only do me good. How I wish I could, but you're so far away. One more song about moving along the highway. Can't say much of anything that's new. If I could only work this life out my way, I'd rather spend it being close to you, but you're so far away. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door. Doesn't help to know you're so far away. Hey, you're so far away. Traveling around sure gets me down and lonely. Nothing else to do but close my mind. I sure hope the road don't come to own me. There's so many dreams I have yet to find, but you're so far away. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door. Doesn't help to know you're so far away. Hey, you're so far away. You're so
Oh, I love that song. That's Tara Hogan and So Far Away. It's a beautiful song, isn't it? Anyway, this is my little thing on 2013. 2013 was a very weird year. I turned 69 in 2013. Love that age. My favorite number. And our government, our president, decided he was going to let Air Force pilots play video games and kill people. Didn't much care who they killed. They were just going to kill a bunch of people. And that's the way it works sometimes. And we've had a habit of killing people in this country for years. Actually, it started with World War One and Two. Well, it went way back. But since World War II, we killed a whole bunch of people. Seems like every war that our country gets in, they decide they want to kill more people than the ones in the war before, and more civilians. And the wars since World War II were imperialism. We had a Cold War, and that Cold War, that was a whole bunch of bullshit, really. The Russians were saying, oh, we could beat you, we could bury you, and all that shit. The United States saying, yeah, we can. And after the Cold War, come to find out, the Russians were scared to shit of us. I mean, they figured that we could whoop them easily, and we could have. I mean, just with our nuclear submarines alone, we could wipe out the world. Well, 99% of the world. Of course, I don't know what would be left in that 1%. But the wars just keep going and going and going. Now, in 2013, we had a thing in Syria where there's a revolution or a rebellion going on in Syria. And of course, the United States wanted to get involved. They didn't like the guy running Syria. So they decided, well, what we're going to do is we're going to kick his butt. And we're going to help out the rebels. Thing is, the rebels are worse than the guy running the country. They blame the guy running the country for killing about 100,000 people. A whole bunch of those people were killed by the rebels. Then there was that attack with chemical weapons. The thing is that attack wasn't done by the government. That attack was done by the rebels. And the rebels started killing off Christians. And the government had to save the Christians. You know, and the thing about it is, our stupid government was helping the rebels. I mean, let's face it. Our government got fucked up even more this year than they were in the years in the past. Our Congress, man, those son of bitches didn't do shit except for argue. We don't like Obamacare. Well, why in the hell did it get in 3 years ago, or however many years it was? Well, if you don't get rid of Obamacare, we're going to get rid of the government. We're going to make it so the government doesn't work. I mean, we just aren't going to allow you to run the government. Well, the Republicans screwed up again. Now, Democrats ain't much better. I mean, if Republicans were in power, other than us being in deep shit, the Democrats would be getting us. They would be making problems. To me, we got a problem in this country. 2013 just made it look even worse. But then the president says, well, maybe we could go ahead along with Putin, and then I could say I did it, and we can get the Syrians to get rid of their chemical weapons. Hell, man, Putin was telling you that a long time before that. And then Kerry, he says jokingly, well, we won't attack if you get rid of chemical weapons. The Russians said, hell, man, we told you that a long time ago. So let's do it. Then they had to do it because they said that they would. Then we got the problem with Iran and Israel. I mean, Israel, they've just been screwing up all over the place. I mean, they are worse than, than South Africa was. In fact, they're worse than what the U.S. was in the 60s. I mean, Israel, I mean, they're just sitting there occupying those people and the Palestinians, and it's not right. The Palestinians helped the Jews when they were having problems in Germany and Europe. Take him in, they were real nice to him. And then the Zionists take over. They decide, well, we got to get rid of Britain. So they get rid of Britain. And Britain says, well, we're scared of you guys, so we're going to give you most of the damn country. You know it's not yours. We're going to give it to you. And then every time that anybody says anything against Israel, the Israel's lobby here says, you guys are anti-Semitic. Hell, you guys are the anti-Semitic ones. You're anti-everything. I mean, you make Hitler look like a nice guy. Well, no, wait. Hitler did kill 6 million Jews. But the thing is, I wonder how many hundreds of thousands of Palestinians died. I mean, they've got, the Gaza Strip is a great big old prison. It seems to me they aren't doing so bad up on the West Bank. But the Gaza Strip, if anybody in the West Bank causes problems, they're going to end up in the Gaza Strip after they get out of prison. So then the United States decides, well, maybe we can talk to the Iranians. Now, what you got to understand is that the Iranians, they were good people. They still are good people. And they overthrew the Shah, and that pissed the Americans off so quick. I mean, damn, we wanted the Shah in there. So we got rid of the government that was elected by the people and put the Shah back in. And then Ayatollah gets rid of the Shah again. Hell, we didn't know what to do. And while Carter was president, I am going a little far back, but doing it to help you understand what's happening now. Carter was president. Towards the end, the Iranians took over the U.S. Embassy, held them hostage. Now, Carter had it all set to where they were going to let them go. But Reagan, who really screwed up the country, he comes in there and says to Iranians, hey guys, we'll do a weapons deal with you. But I want you to wait till I get inaugurated, then let the guys go. So he says he's going to get them out of there. When his inauguration started, all of a sudden these people came home. Sounds like treason to me. Of course, we go back further to the Vietnam War. Now, Kennedy was going to end the war. But Johnson didn't want him to end the war. And Kennedy was going to get rid of Johnson, so Johnson got rid of Kennedy. Along with the Mafia and the CIA and the FBI. A few other people. And then, for some reason, Johnson decided he was going to end the war. And he didn't run for re-election because he was close to ending the war. And he was going to put all his time in ending the war. Old Tricky Dick, he got Kissinger to go over there and talk to him and convince the South Vietnamese, hey, we're going to help you. We're going to win this for you. Of course, a little bit later, the U.S. got the fuck out of there because our soldiers decided, hell with you, we ain't going to fight this war. Sir, no, sir, I ain't going to fight no more. That's what they were starting to do with the Iraq war. And the soldiers are getting sick of the bullshit. And now they're sitting there trying to stay in Afghanistan. And Afghans don't want us there. And we completely screwed up Iraq. So now we want to screw up Iran and still want to screw up Syria. Saudi Arabia, they're buying a whole bunch of weapons so they can go after the Syria and Iran. They figure, hey, if we attack Syria, then Iran will get mad and we can attack Iran. And then old Netanyahu, he says, well, hell, man, let's get together on this because fuck the United States. We don't give a shit about them. We'll just go ahead and attack Iran. Hey, let's start World War III. That sounds like fun. Hell, man, we got nuclear weapons here, and we can help give you some of them, too. Saudis, hey, that's a good idea. Oh, by the way, thanks for helping us with 9/11. Say, what? If you look at the 9/11 stuff, most of it's bullshit. But then they tell you some stuff that makes you think, damn, they're right. So, 2013 was a bad year for a lot of people because of the United States, because of the damn bankers, because of the Federal Reserve, because of the European Union and their bankers, because of the corporations. We got all kinds of people out of work. They're sitting there saying, oh, the unemployment's getting down. Yeah, that's because they're taking people off the unemployment rules. Technically, the unemployment's about over 20%. And Detroit is over 50%. It's not because people don't want to work, it's because rich folks took the jobs overseas. Because they didn't want to pay us a living wage over here, so they said, what the hell, we got slavery over there overseas. Of course, what they didn't realize is that all these people out of work going to cut their profits. The only people they'll be able to sell to are themselves, because they'll be the only people with money. But they want to cut down the population, too. They want to get rid of us poor folks. They want to get rid of us old folks. Even though half of them are old folks, but they figure, what the hell, we got money. They even want to get rid of their grandkids. They're sitting there doing all this stuff to destroy human life. And they're sitting there saying, we ain't doing nothing bad. It's not going to happen. Bullshit, it's not going to happen. It's going to happen. I think God is getting sort of pissed off because he gave us these brilliant minds. We got doctors out there. We've got scientists. we've got, oh, I forgot, we got politicians. They're fucking things up. We got rich folks. They're fucking things up. You know, when we had good middle class, those suckers are making good money. But they get rid of the middle class, and all of a sudden, things are starting to get worse. We need to get our country back before World War III. We need to put up a fight. 2014 comes along, don't vote for Republicans. Hell, don't vote for Democrats. Don't vote for anybody that has a whole bunch of money. Because they're the ones that are going to lie their asses off to you. And they're the ones that are going to fuck over you. So, you know, like, I was a Republican. Hell, I was even for the Vietnam War until I found out that I was stupid. I was a Republican until I found out I was stupid. But actually, the Republicans were good at one time. Eisenhower was the last good Republican. Good Democrats, well, people say Clinton was good, but he fucked us up even more than Reagan did. And actually, all the presidents since Kennedy, except for Carter, were very harmful to our country. Reagan's the one that really got things going bad. Cut down the taxes on the rich folks. And now, most rich folks aren't paying any taxes. They say, well, we keep the economy going. Hell, man, you destroyed the economy. And it's getting worse every damn month. I'm sitting here thinking, what am I going to do when I'm homeless? I've been homeless before. But I was lucky. I conned the guy into let me live in his bar. It was after I quit drinking, too. Anyway, 2013 has been fucked up. 2014, I have no idea what's going to happen there. It depends on who you listen to. I know that the recession is going to get worse worldwide. And you can't really blame Obama for the recession. Now, Congress, we had the worst Congress in 2013 than any other year in history. Less was done. And when Obama was elected the first time, the Republicans said, we ain't going to let him survive. We're going to get that son of a bitch. They probably used the N-word when they said it too. Because I have never seen any president go through so much from the opposition party than Obama. And the only damn reason is because he's a black man. The Republicans are cutting their own throats. But the problem is, Democrats are too damn stupid to put a stop to it. We got one Democrat that's good. Well, maybe a couple more progressives. That Bernie Sanders. Oh, Bernie, he's good. In fact, he's getting an single payer health care system into Vermont. And Republicans are going to sit there and tell you that it doesn't work anywhere else. Hell, we're the only country left that doesn't have it. And our healthcare system is in deep shit. Mainly because they overcharge on everybody. My mother had to die in order for me to live. I mean, she was ready to go. Her health was going bad. She had a heart attack and died. I had cancer. I had it for 5 years and couldn't do a damn thing about it because I didn't have enough money for health insurance. And I would have died if she didn't pass away. It was a happy thing for her because she was able to get back with my father. Anyway, 2013, sort of like a Friday the 13th. Don't see too many good things that happened in 2013, except the fact that I'm still alive. That's it. You know, it's sad when you think about it. What the governments of this world have done. You got the Christian right, and they're sitting there saying that the Muslims are going to kill us all. But they're the ones that are killing us. They sit there and say, if you're gay, you're going to hell. God's going to get you. God ain't going to get them. They're going to get you, motherfucker. Because God doesn't like ugly. And I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about thoughts. So, we got a big problem here. Maybe the Pope will be able to do some good. I'm not a Catholic. I don't even consider myself a Christian anymore. I do believe in God. I know God saved my butts a lot of times. And I know I wouldn't be here if it weren't for God. That has a lot to do with it too, though. I'm a stubborn motherfucker. I won't let myself die. I got all this medical shit wrong with me, and I just won't let it bother me. I figured out how to survive. I figured out how to get rid of stress. And it's hard to keep that stress away when we got a government like we got. Gotta vote out the assholes. I mean, when it came to last presidential election, both of them were bad. I had to vote for the one that was the least bad. Do I vote for the devil or do I vote for the devil? We had two devils running. And we lost. In 2014, don't let the Republicans get in. Don't let a lot of the Democrats get in. Vote for the individual, not for the money. You vote for the money and you vote to kill me. You vote for war. You vote for the destruction of the human race. Because that's what's going to happen. Anyway, I think I've said enough. Been a little over 30 minutes. I hope you enjoy my little talks. And I hope that you do something about the problem we have. I hope that you go to the polls and vote for someone that's going to do us right. Who that is? Bernie Sanders, like I say. He's a good one. And look at the other people running, though. When it comes to the debates, they're only going to have Republicans, Democrats in there. And the better people are the ones that they don't let in the debates because they know that they may lose. Democrats and Republicans run those debates. Now, Democracy Now!, they have the other people there too. And what they do is after the debates are over, they sit there and the questions are asked, and then the other people answer them too. And I'm sure they're going to do that again. When you go to the news, go to RT, Democracy Now!, Lip TV has some good stuff, Link TV has some good stuff, even Press TV and Al Jazeera. Problem is, Al Jazeera, you can't get it. If you live in the United States, it seems like they're blocked on YouTube. But Mox TV has it. Has a lot of their stuff. Or Mox News. So, I want you all to have a good day. I want you to have a good week. A good month. And a good year. Most of all, I want you to have a beautiful life. Thank you for being you. And TGY, thank God you're alive.